Your health depends on how well your body can expel toxins. Most diseases are caused because of toxin accumulation in the human body. Then you have inflammation, and when you have inflammation, you have the onset of most diseases. So when your body is able to expel toxins efficiently and quickly, because there will always be toxins in the air that we breathe, the water that we drink, the food that we eat, the medications that we take are constantly adding toxicity to your human body. But the human body is so cleverly designed and so intelligent, it has 5 eliminatory organs, the skin being the largest, the lungs, the liver, the kidney, and the colon. If all of these 5 eliminatory organs are working the right way, it is very, very difficult for you to have low immunity or to be sick. You may get sick, but you recover very, very quickly because all these 5 exits work the right way to constantly expel toxins from the human body. Today, we're going to talk about my favorite organ, which is the liver. All the other organs are also my favorite, but the liver, because it's one of the most hardworking organs in the human body, because it has the job of constantly detoxifying our blood, constantly detoxifying us. The burden of toxins in the human body is only growing more and more with the amount of exposure we have to pollution, contamination, and sugar, medicines, and all of these things today. So if we can help the liver detoxify, if we can help our liver stay clean, many positive things happen in the human body. We feel lighter. We generate the right amount of hormones, the right amount of energy in the human body to control metabolic rate. We know that the liver produces bile, which has the function of breaking down fat. So if you have a compromised liver, you're not producing the right amount of bile. The fat that you're eating in your food doesn't get metabolized the right way, and then we have the accumulation of fat in the liver and subsequently in the body. Most people who try to lose weight and they hit that plateau, and no matter what they do, they can't break through the weight loss plateau. Sometimes the only thing that they need to do is detoxify or clean their liver. Help the liver detoxify, remove toxins, and then the liver starts producing the right amount of bile, or the liver starts doing its function of breaking down fat the right way. So the liver basically is, I made a whole list of things because the liver has so many different functions. Right from detoxifying the blood to producing bile to breaking down hormones, the liver also has the function of storing key vitamins and minerals and iron in the human body. So sometimes people constantly have low hemoglobin or low iron levels, and they constantly take iron medication, never looking at the function of their liver, which is the storehouse of all iron. Sometimes a compromised liver will not allow your body to hold on to iron. So you constantly take iron, which actually toxifies your liver, leads to constipation and a whole load of other problems. So if your liver is compromised, you will not be processing nutrients the right way. Your liver will not have the ability to break down and destroy the old red blood cells in the human body. And that's an extremely important function for your immunity. Your liver also has the job of producing certain enzymes and chemicals to help with the clotting of blood. We don't want the clotting of blood to happen in the wrong areas in the human body, like your arteries that provide blood to your brain or to the lower body, resulting in strokes. Then it has the function of breaking down and metabolizing alcohol. So that's why people who drink too much of alcohol, they have compromised livers, and that usually leads to cirrhotic livers and the destruction of liver health. And that's a very, very serious condition. So on the topic of alcohol, number one, okay, the problem is not with alcohol, the problem is overconsumption. And what's happening in today's time are people are resorting to binge drinking. They stay clean throughout the week and they say, oh, Saturday night, I'm drinking. And they'll have shot after shot, drink after drink. You need to understand that your liver is this small and it gets overburdened with binge drinking. Like I said, the problem is not with alcohol. The problem is with your attitude towards alcohol and believing that your liver will support your bad habit of binge drinking. Your liver has to constantly metabolize and break down that alcohol, which it can do when you're nursing a drink or you have 1 or 2 or maximum maybe 3 with water in between. But when you're constantly having shot after shot, mindlessly trying to fill some emotional void or trying to fit into society or be someone who you're not. Those are the only 3 reasons why people binge drink. Let's face it, okay? You basically start destroying your liver at that very moment. And we can see it. People come with high SGOT, SGPT, alkaline phosphates, cirrhotic liver, scarring of the liver, high triglycerides. Because if your liver is not functioning the right way, believe me, it has every connection to do with triglycerides as well. A proper functioning liver will also produce essential cholesterol and protein in the human body. So you can be pumping yourself with whey protein all the time, but if you don't have the right amount of liver function to metabolize your protein and use it the right way, it's useless how much of protein you take. You're just making yourself more acidic, more bloated, and you're putting more pressure on your liver and your kidney. So, what are some of the issues and some of the symptoms that we see with people who have weak livers? Okay, one is autoimmune. People who have autoimmune disorders, they first have to look at the health of their livers. Children and adults who suddenly break out into allergies. They have asthma, they have issues like sinus, they have allergy-induced conditions. Again, the liver is the seat house of all allergies. When you have a problem with an allergy, treat it the way that you have to, but do not ignore the liver, because the liver produces enzymes, the liver produces everything it requires to handle allergies. You have a weak liver, all of a sudden you'll find yourself allergic to things that you were never allergic to throughout your life. So you got to get to the root cause, address the root cause, and look at the health of your liver. Then you got to look at high triglycerides. People look at, I'm taking a statin, my triglycerides will be cured. But when you have high triglycerides, it's not just your heart. You got to look at your liver as well, because a poorly functioning liver will also be the reason that you have high triglycerides in your body. We spoke about virals, we spoke about allergies, constipation, low potassium issues. Again, the liver. When estrogen in a woman's body goes to the liver, okay, it gets activated. When it moves into your colon, the excess estrogen then moves into your colon to be expelled from your body. But people who are women, especially who are constipated, and that's why we see a correlation between women who are constipated, acidity, bloating, and inflammatory diseases like diabetes, GERD, and even cancer, has every connection to do with constipation. And I'll tell you why, especially breast cancer. The estrogen, which is inactivated in the colon, because you're constipated now, you're keeping that inactivated estrogen in your colon. It gets backed up into your liver, where your liver activates that estrogen again, which it's not supposed to do, and it goes back into your blood system again, creating fat in your abdominal region, your thighs, your butt, and your hips. And now you have estrogen dominance in the human body. That's what that's what ER cancers are all about. ER positive breast cancers. You do not need excess estrogen in the human body. You need the right amount of estrogen and the right amount of progesterone and the right amount of hormones. But our lifestyles create a hormonal imbalance, and you got to consider the liver when it comes to balancing your hormones, because the liver also has the function of breaking down hormones in the human body. That is how important your liver is. So people who have low potassium levels have a high amount of issues with their kidney. So it's extremely important to make sure that if your potassium is low, you want to correct your potassium levels, not just for your kidney, because most people equate sodium and potassium with the kidney. Your liver needs the right amount of potassium to function the right way as well. So let's go straight into the solution. Things that damage the liver, number one. All of your refined sugars, your junk food. You'll notice that this is a commonality in all videos. So the simple solution is you need to know that it is connected with almost every possible disease and low immunity on this planet. The consumption of junk, the overconsumption of white sugar, the wrong oils. Everyone thinks that all these refined oils are just bad for the heart. It is extremely bad for your liver as well, because the conversions happen in your liver. For thyroid patients, the conversion of your T4 and T3 happens in your liver. And the wrong oils create inflammation in your liver, which is why it's so important that you either use pure quality ghee, or you use unfiltered oils, or you use cold pressed oils. And if you can't do that, you reduce your consumption of refined oils. And that's what makes eating out in restaurants so bad, because they don't care about the quality of oil, how many times they reheat the oil, which is detrimental for your liver, and number three, the quantity of oil. They're just putting as much of oil they need to in the food, and salt, because they got to make the food taste good. That's their business. If the food doesn't taste good, you're not going to buy it. So they will do anything to make food taste good. Wrong quality of oil will destroy your liver, will be the onset of poor conversion of T4 to T3 and your thyroid problem. So for the longest time, we try to tell people that if you have a heart problem, don't just look at your heart. There are so many other organs in the human body that are connected to your heart disease. If you have diabetes and you think, I'm seeing the best diabetologist and a nutritionist and my diabetes will be controlled, I'm sorry. You got to work so hard with your diabetes, because you are now a candidate for high blood pressure and a candidate for chronic kidney disease as well, because that's what diabetes does. It doesn't just involve your blood sugar levels. It involves inflammation in your pancreas. Your medication has side effects with your kidneys and your high blood pressure. So you look at the body as a whole. That's why it's called holistic. whole, the whole body and the mind when it comes to disease. Yep, the medical community has great drugs to keep us healthy, but they are only suppressing your symptom. Take it when you need it, but also take it knowing that you must change your lifestyle and consider the whole of your body, your mind, emotions, and the physical self if you truly want to heal and you truly want to prevent. Juicing vegetables is, okay, let's not get into the solution. We spoke about sugar, we spoke about junk food, we spoke about the wrong quality and quantity of oil, and nitrites. We spoke about nitrites a couple of days ago when we were speaking about cancer. Nitrites are found in all of your preserved foods, your cold cuts, your hams, your pastrami's, all your smoked sausages, all the meats which are preserved, your cold meats, and as well as a lot of products which have longer, shelf lives. They use nitrites to keep the preservation longer. These nitrites are harmful for your liver, detrimental for your liver health. Let's go straight into the solution. Juicing vegetables. I'm against juicing fruits because a fruit has to be considered in its whole form. When you juice a fruit, whether you cold press it, you juice it slow, whatever you do, you're breaking down the fiber, you're breaking down and denaturing most of the vitamins which are heat sensitive and the fiber, and all you're left is a glass of a little bit of nutrition and a lot of sugar. So we juice our vegetables, but we eat our fruits whole. Now we can juice vegetables and eat our vegetables whole as well, but vegetables are plant cellulose. Most of us anyway have weak digestive systems and we hardly absorb the nutrients because we're not even chewing our vegetables the right way. So one of the best ways to get the nutrients out of vegetables are juice them. Now we live in a country which is contaminated with pesticides and all of that stuff. So I'm against juicing vegetables like lettuce, celery, spinach, everything that has a direct, exposure to contamination. But you can peel carrots, you can peel cucumbers, you can peel pumpkin, you can peel anything that can be peeled, like beetroots. You can juice vegetables. Vegetables juicing is a fantastic way of detoxifying your liver, especially people who have liver cancers and anyone who's on cancer. The first juice that we put them on is carrot juice, because carrot juice, the beta carotene, has the ability to detoxify the most toxic liver. So we do carrot with a little bit of coconut oil, which acts as a carrier, because vitamin A, which is found in carrot juice, is fat soluble. So to be absorbed into the liver, it needs a fat vehicle, and we use coconut oil, which is one of the best for even conversion of T4, T3 in your liver. It's the right oil for your liver. So we do a carrot juice with a little bit of turmeric and black pepper, and that's a fantastic cleanser for your liver. We look at foods that are rich in potassium, because low potassium doesn't help your liver clean out toxins. We're talking about foods which are rich in potassium, like beetroot, sweet potato, your beans. We're talking about your rajma, your black beans, your chana, your chickpeas, all of the bean family. These are highly rich in potassium, and it is highly beneficial for your liver. Bananas and cooked tomatoes. We don't want to do raw tomatoes, we want to cook tomatoes, because when you cook tomatoes, the heat breaks down the walls, and that allows lycopene, which is magic when it comes to cancer, immunity, inflammation. That enters your body. So when you look at traditional Indian food, most curries have a base of tomato, onion, garlic, which is fantastic. That's why Indian food is fantastic if it is cooked the right way with the right ingredients and eaten in the right proportion. Yep, there are great supplements which are, whenever you look at a supplement, you look at the quality of the supplement. Milk thistle is fantastic for detoxifying the liver. Curcumin, which is a turmeric extract of the root, is fantastic when it comes to the liver. And then minerals like zinc, copper. Zinc and copper are fantastic when it comes to the liver as well. CoQ10 as well. A lot of drugs today that people take, like statins, depletes CoQ10 enzyme from the cell. And if you're not putting the CoQ10 enzyme back into your system, the side effect of statins get even higher and higher and destroy you over time. Now, I'm going to share a couple of recipes. I've been working on a couple of concoctions that can help you clean your liver. A lot of you may have done the gallbladder cleanse. We're not talking about the gallbladder today. We're particularly talking about the liver. I want you to just listen right now, because I will at the end of today post the recipes of each of these different concoctions. Now, why do I have different concoctions? Because everyone's different. Some of you may not be able to have some ingredients. Some of you may find a different concoction easier to make and do, and you can select what works for you according to your lifestyle. I'm going to talk about a concoction where you do nutmeg. You take about 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. You take about 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. We always look at the Sri Lankan rolled cinnamon, because cassia, which is in this Indian cinnamon, is actually toxic to the liver. We look at lemon, we look at ginger, we look at turmeric, we look at black pepper, and we're going to make a tea out of this. This is one recipe which I'm going to post later. My favorite for detoxifying the liver is a recipe. It's a little drink that involves apple cider vinegar, lemon. It involves cinnamon again, cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper is a certain kind of pepper which is now available in the country, but it is essential to boost the metabolism in the liver as well as fat metabolism as well. It contains ginger, it contains raw honey, and it contains nutmeg. So I'm going to post this recipe at the end of my day as well on the same video thread that we're looking at right now. And then we have a liver flush, and this is something that a lot of people can do, you know, because we all have toxic livers, and sometimes you can look at your liver report and you see your bilirubin levels are on the higher side. That means your liver is unable to flush out bilirubin. So when you see your bilirubin levels go on the higher side, you know that your liver is struggling to, you know, flush out bilirubin, ammonia from your body, and all these toxins build up into your system, creating more issues. The liver flush is really simple. We have 2 tablespoons of extra virgin, a good quality extra virgin olive oil, because olive oil starts activating certain enzymes in the gallbladder and in the liver as well. We have lemon, we have garlic, we have ginger, and we have cayenne pepper. This is a flush that I'm going to share a recipe later that you can do. And of course, what is really, really simple to do is 2 tablespoons of olive oil and half a tablespoon of lemon juice. You mix this together and you have it the first thing in the morning. All of these things work brilliantly to flush out your liver. But again, if you think you can just have these things and not change your lifestyle and continue not to exercise, continue to eat junk food and sugar, this is not a replacement for that. This is to help your liver perform better. It is not a replacement for your bad lifestyle. You still have to change your lifestyle. For many children who have allergies, again, I say look at the liver. Adults as well. Now's the season where you get really good unpasteurized, unheated raw honey, and you put that into a jar and you cut garlic. You get really good quality garlic, and you cut that garlic and you store it in the honey for about 4 to 5 days. And every morning give your kid 1 or 2 pods of the honey infused garlic. It is fantastic for their immunity and for their liver health, and it usually does wonders when it comes to most kinds of allergies. I'm not going to say all kinds of allergies, because you need to know the root cause of your allergies before you make a claim that things like this can cure it. But this is all when it comes to the liver. Your liver is the most important, not the most important, it's a very, very important, hard-working organ in the human body. You keep it clean, you support it, you're going to feel lighter, you're going to feel cleaner. You find that your cravings for chocolate, sweets, and all the junk actually, because the more toxins you have in your body, the more cravings you have. And people who have done the dry fast and intermittent fast will realize this. When they finish the fast, they feel so clean. People have gone off coffee, people have gone off tea, they no longer crave it, they no longer crave sugar, because a clean body and a clean liver will not give rise to cravings. But a body that is full of toxins, which has the wrong gut bacteria, will constantly lead inside-out approach. You can be putting shampoos and creams on your face and your skin and all of that stuff, temporary. But if you want true beauty to express on the outside of your skin, your hair and everything, it's what you feed. Trillions of cells in the human body. For that food and nutrition from all the superfoods you buy to reach those trillions of cells, you need the right blood circulation that comes from exercise. You need the right liver health, intestine health for the absorption and assimilation to happen. So you see, you can't separate the human body. Everything works in connection with one another. Your mind, your emotions, your physical self, and that overall connection with nature. Have a great day, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe.